Hello, come on in the room, come on in the room. Hello to all of my Facebook saints, my YouTube saints, and my Sunday school dropouts. I hope you have had a wonderful and marvelous day. If this is your first time joining us, my name's Brandolyn, and I just like to spread a little joy around. Thank you so much for joining us. And make sure to tell us that you're new and where you're from in the comments so that we can show you some love. How's everybody doing? I hope you've had a great week. And as always, when you first come in, you've got to make a comment so that I know that you're here. And we're just going to have a little fun tonight. Yes, we are. So let me know when you get in here. Let me see here. I've got to click off of this and pull up the comments. Let's see here. So once you get in here, make sure to say hi so that I know that you're here. How's everybody doing? Hello, Mr. Jonathan. How are you? Hi, Miss Sue. How's everything? Hey, Sarah and Faith. How are you guys doing? If my voice goes out a little bit, I'm sorry. I've been on the softball field and I went to the doctor this past week, and one thing that was suggested was vocal rest. Y'all know that's not my ministry. Oh, no, Miss Christine. I'm debating on if we're going to switch back over to Wednesdays. Right now, it might have to stay Sundays for a little bit longer. So that's a debate. But I will tell you, before we change this time, I will make sure that you know. So do not worry. I'm not changing anything without making sure the whole family knows. And you know how that goes. When it comes to changing things, I'm going to have to tell, you got to get the whole family. So I'm going to have to say it on here. I'm going to have to post it, give about a 2 to 3 week notice. So don't worry. Nothing's changed yet. Do not worry. How's everybody doing? I love it. Carrollton, Georgia, Cincinnati. Oh, I love this. I love that our family has grown and expanded, and we're a little bit from everywhere. Let's see here. Kim, hope you're doing. No, I hope you're doing okay. Y'all, Kim and I were struggling on the battlefield yesterday. Don't worry, Kim. I'm definitely going to talk about that. How's everybody? Just come on in here. Let's see. And while everybody's coming in the room, I have a unique, we have certain things that we always do. And one thing to start the show off that we always do is a bless your heart. Now, normally a bless your heart it can be kind of like, I wouldn't do it that way. Ugh. But this bless your heart is not going to be a very nice way of saying something negative. Today is a true, bless your heart. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this, and I'm sure that some of you might have already heard about her. Judy said, did you have fun at the softball game? Judy, we're going to talk about that, and just hang tight. We're going to talk about the softball. But I want to start off with a very special bless your heart. Hello, Michelle. I hope all is well with you. Today, I want to talk about Miss Betty Reed Soskin. And I hope I'm saying her last name right. And can you all see? I feel like, wait a minute, let me fix this. I feel like my screen is dark. Okay. Betty Reed Soskin. Does anybody know who she is? I'll ask that first. Miss Betty is my new hero. Okay. She's my shero. Betty Reed Soskin just retired from her job at the National Park Service. She was 100 years old. She is 100 years old, and she was the oldest active park ranger in the National Park Service. Now, she is my hero. Not because she's a park ranger, because we all know I'm not really trying to do the outdoors on that level, but more power to her. But she is my, and have y'all ever been to a national park and seen what some of these park rangers have to wear? They wear the big hats and they wear like a full uniform, and usually it's brown or tan colored, and they wear the hats, and then they have on the the button-up shirts, that long sleeve with the jacket and the pant. I'm a vote for the National Park Service to get a summer suit. Can we get a summer set, a summer uniform? Can we do that? But Miss Betty was 100 years old, most active park ranger. And I'm saying was because homegirl has retired finally. But could you imagine? Could you imagine being 100 years old and still working and kicking it hard? First of all, I feel like at 100 years old, you have the right to come on if you don't want to get up and go to work that day, you shouldn't even have to just call out. You should just not show up because you have the right to. I mean, Edwina says she's been working for a long time and still at it. Yes, ma'am, my hero. Let me tell you something. If she just woke up one morning and said, you know what? She didn't even have to be sick. She could just say, I think I want to sit at home and watch my stories. She should be able to do that. And when she does go to work, she has the right to say whatever she wants to say to anyone that she works with. She has that right. And if you don't agree, oh, well, yes, ma'am. If Miss Betty said it, so be it. So be it. Diane says they do have a summer uniform, short sleeves and shorts. I have not seen it. Every time, well, that might be because every time I've gone outside on purpose to a national park, it's been chilly. Okay, that's fair. You know, when it gets to a certain degree, I'm not trying to be outside except on the battlefield. So you're right. But I'll tell you something about Miss Betty. I don't think I could work with her. Now, I'm just being honest. Don't y'all judge me. But I could not work with Miss Betty at all because I would feel so inadequate. I couldn't even take a sick day around her. How could I? How could you take a sick day? How could you even think about meeting your productivity quota? If Miss Betty can do it, do you understand what I'm saying? And that's right, Deb. I was going to get to that. She did not even start working as a park ranger until she was 84 years old. And here I am turning 40, already trying to figure out how I'll retire. Oh, y'all, bless your heart goes out to Miss Betty. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I cannot imagine. Let me ask you all this, because we all have different walks of life and we all have different things that we enjoy and want to do. Could you all imagine, do any of you all want to retire? Or if you are retired, do you want to go back to the workforce on purpose? Of course, unfortunately, there are people that have to work because they have to work and live paycheck to paycheck. But if you did not have to work, would you want to retire now? Or would you want to work if you could? I want to know. Or if you are retired, what is something that you look forward to now? What do you enjoy about it? Because I've heard a lot of people say, I don't want to retire because then I wouldn't have anything to do. Please give me that opportunity. I will find something to do. Retired, but I work part-time at 70. See? Oh, Valerie, one more year? One more. Are you on a countdown? The final countdown. I don't blame you. I know you love the kids, but I know you are ready to retire. I understand. I get it. Elaine says, I'm retired, but I would like to volunteer. Oh, wait, we have a national park ranger. Hold on. I was a national park ranger for the sleeping bear dude. Wait a minute, Sarah. First of all, Sarah, I'm not, I don't know if I could work anywhere they have sleeping bears. And although I loved it, even in my 30s, it was a ton of work, often physically and mentally challenging. Absolutely, it has to be. I cannot imagine what you had to go through as a park ranger. I mean, there's so many things that you have to deal with outside of the weather. I could only imagine. You have the weather, you have the strenuous paths and hiking trails that you have to maintain. And I'm just going to speak for you. I apologize, but I would think there are a couple of hiking Hannahs and walking Walters that you've probably wanted to punch in the throat for a myriad of reasons. And if you want to share with us, Sarah, please do. I could only imagine. It certainly gives you purpose and a reason to get up and get going. See, Miss Sue, I need you to come on with me because, yes, I hear you. I hear you. But a good sale at Target or a good new restaurant can also give me purpose to get up and go. But I do understand what you mean. I do. Melissa says, I want to retire. Oh, yes, I am ready. Mo. Move on. You ready to move on? Let's see here. I would like to retire so I can move to be close to my grandchild who will be born in May. Oh, Anya, congratulations. Congratulations. You youngsters thinking about retirement. Work was fun, so didn't want to retire. Oh, Melanie. I love my job. I do. If I could retire to really get and just travel and talk and do speeches and comedy for the rest of my life, that would be fun because that's not a job. The part about my job I love is talking to people and helping students. To see a high school student who is scared out of their mind about college, then come to my office and say, here's my graduation invitation, or could you write me a reference letter? I'm trying to get this job or go to grad school. Oh, to see that, I love. The politics, not so much. But that's on any job, of course. But I would retire in a minute if you told me I could go on stage. Let's see here. I retired since 2019. Gym, shopping, and eating. See, that's a good cycle. Gym, shopping, eating. Gym, you got, because you got it. Well, I would change the order a little bit. Shopping, eating, gym. Well, I would go past the gym to go to that restaurant that's next door. So does that count as the gym? Does that count as the gym? I'm just curious. Well, listen. I did not realize so many people have retired, and I'm so jealous. I would love to retire and then volunteer to drive the seniors around. Let me tell you, spending time with my elders is such a blessing. And I've gotten more material from my seasoned saints than I ever expected. Okay. I have learned that I am not grown enough to joke around with everybody because I have been in the car or been around some of my seasoned saints that make me blush. I retired at 65 and did 32 years at the hospital and did volunteer work there after retiring. See, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. I love that. Let's see here. What did Jonathan say? Funny is funny. Am I the only one in my 20s here? Well, no, Jonathan, you're not. Well, maybe. Sometimes, no, Daniel's younger than you. He's not in here tonight, but you are not the youngest. I promise. I promise. Also, let's see here. Michelle says, I can't wait to retire and see what God has next for me. Neither of my parents got to enjoy retirement. So that is one of me and my sister's dreams. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm a big fan of, even if you are not in a position to retire, I'm not in a position to retire. And even if you are retired and looking for something to do, live every day to the fullest. Find joy in something every single day. If you are retired, find joy in knowing you're retired and that you can get up if you want to, or you can lay there if you don't want to. And if you're sick of being in the house and you're lonely and bored, go volunteer. I will volunteer to get out of my seat for you to come sit at my job at any time. And if you're on a job where it's challenging, or every day you have to kind of take a breath and pray to get through it, Find something, find a reason to be there. My purpose in being at UTC, I love that campus. I love the people there because most of them have the same goals and dreams that I do, and that is to get students to the next level. If you garden, cook, bake, do something that brings joy to your life. Okay. Now, speaking of bringing joy to your life, did y'all know that what was this? Friday was April Fool's Day. Did y'all know that? Yes. Well, happy belated April Fool's Day. I have to tell you what my daughter did. I didn't realize that, you get into the routine of working and you forget things like that. And I believe that Miss Kim, if you're still in here, will agree with me on this. Our children played a huge, huge April Fool's joke on us. And that was to have us on the battlefield from 8:30 in the morning until well past our bedtimes. Well past our bedtimes. I'll tell y'all about that in just a minute. I want to see what Edwina's just said. I am done with public. I want to work from home and retire when I can. Yes, I knew. I understand. I understand. I joined a crafting club that is online. So everything I do is from home. So it doesn't further harm my condition. See, you found a way. You figured it out. Edwina figured it out. She wants to work at home. She's tired of dealing with people. Those coworkers have sent her to another level. I understand. Find what makes you happy. Okay. Find your joy. There's a gentleman online and he does Greganisms. I adore him. He's out of Louisiana and he always says, find your joy. Find your joy. Find your passion. You have to do that. Okay. But one of these things that my daughter keeps trying to find for me is joy on that softball field. Y'all, I'm going to tell you this, okay? And please excuse me. I'm going to explain it very quickly for those of you all who don't do softball. We were in a torturement, and the torturement is a double elimination, 3-game guarantee. So that made no sense to me prior to her starting this. And what that means is you get one game that's a pool game. Pool games just help them to determine your bracket. They don't actually hurt you. Either you're in this bracket or that bracket. Okay, so you do pool games. Sometimes it's 1 or 2, in this case 1. And then the actual tournament starts. They use the first game to place you, and then it starts. And you have to get out twice. So that means you have to lose 2 games to be out of the tournament. Okay, keep that in mind. So sometimes you have to play the same team twice in order to be considered the overall winner. Okay, so our little team played, and they played this particular other team, and the other team beat us. Okay. Now, after they beat us, we went to the losers bracket and we played and got ourselves back up. So we didn't lose another game. So now we're going against a team that's undefeated. And in order to be considered the winner, we have to beat them twice. First of all, did any of you all understand what I just said to you? Exactly. I know. That didn't make any sense. They come up like, I think somebody just wants to torture people. That's why I call them torturements. Who sits down and thinks of this type of stuff? In every other sport I know about, you play, you lose, you go home. You play, you lose. How many innings? 7. That is the number of completion, Miss Christine. I don't know how many. When you are out there that long, they just all run together. Okay. For this tournament, they didn't do innings. They did, you have to play for 70 minutes so that eventually you can go home. Because if they didn't have that, I think we'd still be out there. So instead of us playing the same team twice, which is what the rules call for, the coaches got together and decided to do something called an international tiebreaker. Once again, somebody has sat down and came up with some fool crazy stuff. Now, deep down, I wanted every child on that field to win. I did. Okay. But also deep down, if our children did not win, I promise you, I would have just hugged her and let her cry on my shoulder as we walked to the car. Okay. I want you to do your best. But if your best is means that I'm at home by 4 o'clock, I'm okay. What the heck is that? Okay, I'm so glad you asked me, Sade. An international tiebreaker is where you put a player, a runner on second base. Okay, you start with an out. So you have a runner on second, and you start with with an out. So you get 3 outs for them to turn it over. And your goal is to get 3 runs. If you get to 3 runs, then you automatically win. If you don't, what happens is, let's say you get 1 run and then they get your 2 runners out. Then you turn it over and they get an opportunity. And if they get the opportunity and they want to get as many runs as possible too. So if our team goes first and we get 1 run, then their team and then they get us out. So they strike out 2 people. Okay, so then their team went and they got 1 run. So now we're even, which means we got to start this international IHOP situation all over again. So we did it again. And we got 1 run and they got 1 run. Then we got a run and they got a run. We did this doggone international IHOP situation about 4 to 5 times. We might as well play the whole game. I just walked away. So that, my friends, is my child's April Fool's joke on me, because I just knew we would be going home soon. But instead, we just kept sitting there watching them play. And it's this level. It was 3 times, Kim. Kim said it was 3 times. One for the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. I guess we did the Trinity. All I know is I thought we were going home. I was sitting there. Everyone else kept saying, we shouldn't do this. We should just play a game. And I said, y'all, if we do this and get it over with, I can get to Waffle House. Scattered, smothered, covered, and chunked is on my mind. But instead, we did it 3 times. Do you understand the level of intensity it takes? How you just sitting on the edge, because every time your child goes up to bat, you just can't breathe, and you just want them to do well because you don't want them to be the reason why the team wins, lose. So we're sitting there in April like a fool. We are sitting there in April like a fool. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Tournaments are torturements. I don't care what anybody says. But thank you. I don't know if she's on here tonight, but this is the second torturement I've been to, and someone's walked up and said, I enjoy your videos. I thank you for the never agains. I appreciate that. If you see me out, please stop by and say hi. And, I'll take pictures. I'll do whatever. Thank you. I love that. I do. And it's confirmation that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. So if you see me out in Walmart, anywhere, especially on the battlefield, please stop and say hi. The other thing I want to tell you guys, because I was a never again that I didn't see coming up. Did you all know, speaking of these April Fools and all of this, tomorrow is Tell a Lie Day. Who came up with this? Tomorrow is Tell a Lie Day. Do y'all have any? Well, I'm going to tell a lie tomorrow. I'm going to tell them I'm coming to work. I'm just teasing. I promise I'm just teasing. Let's see here. I am trying to see. I hopped on out. I know I wanted to. I just couldn't. I could not. A nap break. I think I did fall asleep in between the games. I understand. So, wait. Miss Mary said that's national politicians. Politicians came up with tell. I love it. Satan came up with it. Satan also came up with the international tiebreaker, Miss Christine. Oh, God. Oh, I understand. That's a lot that's every day for a lot of people. I agree. I don't think I'll be participating in Tell a Lie Day. I'll pass. I will pass. I've never heard that saying. Tell a lie day or international tiebreaker. Which one? Never heard of it. I know some that think every day is tell a lie. I know that's what Edwina just said too. I know. Well, listen, before I get out of here, tell a lie day. Tomorrow is Monday, and I'm happy to go to work. Mama, it's tomorrow. You're not supposed to tell the lie today. You tell it tomorrow. You tell it tomorrow. Um, let me do a little housekeeping really quickly. Like I told you at the top, I will not change our Sunday gathering time. Did your team win? No, we came in second place. The other team finally broke the tie. So the other team broke the tie and they were the national. But you know what? Our team still got these huge, heavy rings and they were so happy. I think at that point, every team, both sides were so happy to just go home. And the other team was so, I love it when we play against teams that have good dispositions. Those girls were so nice and so loving and so sweet. And at the end, they all got in a circle and prayed together. I love that. I love that. So I think it was just a good day on the field. But no, they did not win. I do want to get some housekeeping out of the way. Like I said, I will not change our gathering time. I promise I will not. I will give us plenty of notice before I do that. However, there are a couple of events coming up that are going to require me to step away, but I'll let you know in advance before any of those happen. But COVID has kind of calmed down. And so there are a couple of things and opportunities that I have where I have to step away to go speak or, do some comedy for people. So I may not always be with us at 9, but I will tell you in plenty of time, and we may gather at a different time just for that week. And also people, I don't have it up here. I'm so sorry. Let me see. People have been asking how to book me, and that's a good thing. And I'm going to start posting when I actually go out so you can see that. I can't find it. You can go to my website and fill out the form and my team will get back to you. But I am ready to get out there. I am putting together a show for my 40th, and I'll tell you all about that later. But I would love to kind of take what I do in Chattanooga and take it further. So if you would like for me to come, just go to my website. You can also go to my website to sign up. I'm still doing the blogs. So if you are not on the blog and you would like to be, every week I just send out a word of inspiration, and this week is going to be a really good one. So make sure that you get there. If you have trouble getting on the website, you can always inbox me directly and I'll get you taken care of. Now, before I go, y'all, this is spring. Can you believe it? We are already at the spring of this year. It is already flying by. And my prayer for you this week is that you do a little spring cleaning. Clean out some of the mess in your life and just let it go. The Lord can't bless you if you're holding on to mess. So let it go. And I'm still on a high from my dad. My dad preached this morning, but the sermon he preached last week, which is don't worry about your future. If you are still holding on to your past in your present, if you are still holding on to your past in your present, you cannot move forward into your future. And I'm a firm believer in that. So just do a little spring cleaning and let go of all of that and enjoy your week. Get your shine on. Get your shine on. Stop holding in all of that negative energy. 40 states for 40. Hey, I'm in, but that means somebody's got to bring me because I can't go everywhere. I can go everywhere. I can. And I am just trusting, believing it's all going to work itself out. It will. Wait a minute. We're going to end on a never again moment. I have a never again moment. I was pumping gas and the wind came strong and blew my gas top off and the top of my car across the street. Edwina, that gives a whole new meaning to passing gas, ma'am. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. You left that door open. Have a great week. Get your shine on. And I am sure there will be some never again moments this week. Have a great, great week. Get your shine on.